If you're thinking of trying out a new lake to go fishing on this summer, but aren't sure where you should be dropping in that line, Ray and Mandy have you covered as they teach us about mapping in this week's edition of Fishing Tips.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ray Gildow. We're talking tonight about where do you know how to fish a lake, and how do you know where to go on the lake. If you were raised on a lake, you probably got it all figured out. But if you're new to the area, or if you want to explore new places, it's a challenge to go onto a brand new lake that you've never been on before and figure out where to go. And one of the things that I always like to do is I get maps, and you can get maps in a lot of places, from sports shops, big box stores. A lot of places have maps. And what I like to look for are sharp points and inside turns and places like maybe where there's rock piles and maybe where there's good weed, cabbage areas. Those are places that are known to often hold fish. And if you get a place like this and you get the fish figured out, then you can mark it on your map and you can go back there the next time. Mandy's going to talk a little bit about seasonality of lakes and where to look.
I love exploring new lakes. It's one of my favorite things to do. And living in the Brainerd Lakes area, there's literally hundreds of lakes, hundreds of rivers, and I've been here for quite a long time and I still haven't hit them all. But prep before you even get on the water absolutely is key. Marking those different sites based on the species that you're wanting to target. But let's talk seasonality, right? So springtime, the water temp's cold. As the water temp warms, those fish are going to be moving from the deep water to the shallow water. That's pretty much everything, including the walleye, pike, panfish, and bass, because they've got spawn going on, you've got vegetation coming up, you've got movement of bait fish, so everything's coming shallower. So looking for those shallow areas that do hold vegetation, structure, and or rock. As the water temp warms and the vegetation starts to really thicken up and rise, those fish are going to start to move back out into like a mid-depth, let's just say like a 12 to 15 foot range, and everything's living around that vegetation. Moving back into fall as those water temps and the air temps cool, that's where it gets a little bit tricky. There's still, if you can find any good green cabbage vegetation, there's still going to be a lot of species in there, but the pike and the walleye themselves are going to move back out deeper. I'm
Ray Gildow for the Minnesota Guides League.
And I'm Mandy Urick, the bass and biologist.
This fishing tip segment of Lakeland News was brought to you in part by Crow Wing Power, dedicated to providing reliable electricity and a knowledgeable and caring staff to assist you with energy-saving programs and tips. More at cwpower.com. Lakeland News is a nonprofit news organization. Donate to Lakeland PBS today to support your local news team.